Hey folks, it's time for our Wednesday edition of Living Soil and Worms. And this week we're talking about one of the most exciting moments in the garden, transplanting. This is the point where all the care you've put into your seedlings finally pays off. And how you handle this step can make the difference between a plant that thrives and one that struggles. Now, the first thing you'll want to focus on is prepping the hole. Think of it like setting up a brand new home. Nobody wants to move into a house without electricity or running water. By mixing a little compost and worm castings into that transplant hole, you're giving roots immediate access to nutrients and microbes. That jumpstart means your plant can get settled quickly instead of spending its first few days in shock. Once you've got that hole ready, it's time to think about root-to-soil contact. Roots don't like to be crammed into compacted dirt. They want room to stretch, explore, and connect with the soil food web. By making sure your soil is loose and aerated and adding some compost, you're removing obstacles that slow root growth. It's kind of like moving into a neighborhood with open roads versus a gridlocked traffic jam. Here's a little secret weapon. Worm castings right under the root ball. Just a small handful is enough to provide a slow, gentle nutrient release and a microbial army right where the roots need it most. Think of it as rolling out a welcome mat for your transplant. It's immediate comfort and long-term support. If you find this type of stuff interesting or useful, do me a favor and like, share, or join our community in the description for more tidbits of information. Now let's get back to it. Once your roots are tucked in with castings, it's time for compost to act as a cushion. Compost around the root zone helps buffer the plant from transplant shock and gives it a bit more food to snack on. It's kind of like comfort food for plants when they aren't feeling great and still getting used to things. The most overlooked thing after transplanting is mulch. Did you know that mulch is your stress relief package for young transplants? It keeps the soil cool, holds moisture, and keeps things stable during those critical first days. Without it, your soil dries out fast, and that's like sending your plant into the desert without a canteen. Everyone enjoys a nice blanket and getting tucked in, and your plants are no different. Mulch is that blanket. Now, of course, there are some pitfalls to watch out for. Overfeeding is one of the biggest ones. It can stress your plant before they ever get the chance to grow. Planting too deep can smother your seedlings, and skipping soil prep altogether is like asking your plant to sink or swim without a life vest. Avoiding these mistakes sets your plants up for success. The real magic comes in the long-term benefits. When you prep your transplant site with compost, worm castings, and mulch, you're building a foundation that lasts the whole season. Roots establish faster, plants grow stronger, and harvests come sooner and bigger. It's not just about planting, it's about setting your plants up to win from day one. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all next week.